Hi guys, so I told you guys last night that I was gonna come on and do a getting ready video. I'll also be probably doing another video tonight of a little bit more of like a going out partying type of look. But for right now I'm just gonna do kind of like a toned down, everyday type of look. So I just got out of the shower. I already put on moisturizer, and now I'm gonna go in with my face primer. Again, a little bit goes a long way, so you only really need a size like that big. I hope all of you guys had a really good New Year's Eve. I know I did. I didn't stay up super late. I stayed up until midnight and then crashed, but I'm pretty sure there were some of you that stayed out pretty late, and I hope all of you guys were safe. And I'm just gonna put some on my forehead. Sorry, I love the feeling of this stuff. It makes my skin feel super soft. You almost feel like after putting this on that you don't even need to put on anything else. But I'm just gonna go in like that. Okay. I'm gonna get my brushes. So this was actually because when I did my unboxing of my presenter's kit, I didn't open the bags for the booster kit. I pretty much just left them in that plastic bag. So this was one of the bags. And so I keep all of my brushes in this one. And then it also came with this other bag. So pretty much you undo it and it just flattens out and you can see every single piece of makeup that you have, which I have like all of my old makeup in it because I needed to find a place to put all of it. But so I'm gonna go in, grab my brush, which this one is a flat brush, as you can see, which this is the one that I use for my foundation. So I'm gonna go in with the Mineral Touch Liquid Foundation in the color Taffeta. And always remember to shake it. I made that mistake the first time that I used it, and because there is oil in it during the night, you'll notice that it will separate. So just make sure you shake it real good. And what I do too is I squeeze the top a couple times to get what is in the little vial out, so then you're not just putting pure oil onto your face. So, and then I only do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do 6 again today. Okay, so 6 little dots. All you have to do is just dab it on your face. And then buff. Buff, 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 buff. And blend, because trust me, you do not want that weird line that screams you're wearing makeup. Which, for the longest time, I had one because I didn't know how to blend correctly. And didn't know that you were supposed to push it out towards your hairline. So, just gonna buff it out. And I also try to get a little crease of my nose. Which I love this stuff because it does have a lot of coverage to it. So normally with the old foundation that I used, I'd have to build onto it, so I'd have to do it probably two times. With this, I honestly feel like just 6 drops will give me the coverage that I need for throughout the day. Like that. And then that's eye primer. I have everything like all screwed up in my bag right now. Give me 1 second. And now I'm going to go in with the Skin Perfecting concealer in the color Organza. Which I normally just like squeeze the container just a little bit to make sure to mix it all up. And I normally just put a little dot on each eye and then go in with my finger and dab it out. And then I take my tapered brush, so it's kind of like a dome shape. And I'm just gonna dab it into the corners of my eyes and kind of blend it in with everything else. Like that. Which I love the feel of the concealer because it's not super oily, so it kind of like evens out everything like that. And what I sometimes do too, if you feel like underneath your eyes gets a little bit too white, which this is kind of what I do. I dab 1 extra drop onto my foundation brush and I just buff it into my concealer just to kind of even everything out. Like that. So I no longer have a whole bunch of white underneath my eyes. Okay. And then this is the part that I didn't do yesterday. So I go in with this translucent finishing powder. And I put it on the same brush that I dabbed the concealer with. You can see how much comes off, but which I got a cheap powder because I mean I'm just gonna end up brushing it off in a little bit anyways, but it helps keep my eyes from creasing throughout the day. Because I do have like the small lines underneath my eyes, and so it just kind of helps make sure that my concealer and all of that stays on. Okay. And then, so I need to go in with, if I can find where it went, I need to put on the Moodstruck eye primer, which will make sure that my eyeshadow does not leave my face. Because I have a really hard time because I do, when my eyes are closed, they are partially hooded. So when I have a lot of eyeshadow on, it'll start creasing, and it's not something that looks very pretty. I'm gonna go in and just dab it on my eyes, kind of rub it in. This is pretty much gonna be the glue that holds it onto my face. And you only really need like a dot of this stuff in order for it to work. You don't need to pile this onto your eyes or anything like that. So now I'm going to go through all of my brushes. And I'm going to grab my angled eyeshadow brush, which looks like that. And I'm going to go into the Moodstruck Addiction Shadow Palette. I'm going to start off by using the color Truthful, which is the one right before the darkest one. I'm just going to take a little bit, and this is going to be the color that goes just on my eyelid. Like so. That'll be the bottom color, which I love putting the powder on because I have the issue of I put so much eyeshadow on my face that when I put so much on, it like powders off onto my cheeks, and then I have to like put on a completely new coat of, which I am actually, if I can find it. So, before I put on anything else, it's going to sound really weird, Scotch tape. Scotch tape has become my best friend. So you just take it, which is hard to do when you're not in front of like an actual mirror, but I put it on, put it at the angle in which you want your eyeliner to be, press it down. I do one eye at a time, and you'll see why I do it in just a second. I'm going to brush the excess off, and then I'm going to go into the color Honest, which is, so I did Cheerful for the my eyelid, and now I'm going into Honest, which is kind of like this metallic light blue. And that's going to be my transition color. So that's going to go up onto my brow bone. Like so. Which a lot of these blues, which I've noticed since I am super pale, they turn out a little bit different than I thought they would. So, there we go. Patting it down. Okay. And then I'm going to go in with my blending brush, and I'm just going to do soft circular motions just to combine the two, so then it's not like a harsh transition between the two colors. I'm going to brush it off again, my angled brush, and now I'm going to go into the color Triumphant, which is the darkest color on palette number 4. Just going to pick a little up, go in, start off at the corner, do a small little line, and bring it in to my crease. Like so. That's what it's gonna look like. And then I'm gonna go in again, if I'd stop losing all of my makeup brushes. Okay. There it is, right in front of me. And then I'm just gonna buff, 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 buff. Like so. Because you want to take all of the dark and push in. I also kind of push it up just a little bit too, so then it kind of goes into the transition shade. And then this is the part that I love doing. And it makes the perfect line. And then it also sets up your line for your eyeliner, which I posted on my Facebook page, which I will put into the comments. Or most of you guys are already on it. I've always had a hard time doing cat eyes because I've never known where to put the line, where to even start, and then both sides are just super crooked. With using the tape, it will give you the line that you need. So I'm actually not going to go in with the black today. I'm going to go in with this really pretty blue, which is actually one of our Splurge cream shadows. I'm going to use that as my eyeliner today. But, so to start off again, I need to scoop back. I always miss things. Okay. Which, again, right on my lap, and I can't see it. Again, I'm gonna go in with a little piece of tape. We're gonna put it down underneath your bottom lashes, if I can do it correctly. Okay. Like so. What I do is I normally judge it by, so you want the end of the tape to touch the tip of your eyebrows, which is like the easiest way for me to remember. And so again, we're gonna go in with Cheerful, which is the one right before the darkest color, and this one's gonna go on my eyelid. Get a little bit more. Like that. Brush off the rest. And now we're gonna go in with Honest, which is that like metallic color, and that's gonna go on to my brow bone. So I love darker makeup, which can go well and sometimes it does not. But like that. So you can see the dark color, which was Cheerful, and then you can see it transitioning into Honest. I'm going to take my blending brush, soft circular motions just to combine the two. And then you can also go into, before putting the final shade, and just fixing anything that you feel like is a little bit messed up. And now we're gonna go into Triumph, which was that dark color, which it's actually a dark blue, but to me it turns out to be a black. So I'm going to make my little line and bring it into my crease like that. Perfect. And then buff, 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 buff. Because you want to push that black color in to create that look, like that. And then take off the tape, and there you go. Which, if you need to fix anything, what I do, I can get to it. Which, I'm sorry if you guys hear dogs barking. My little tiny dog is weird. She will bark at anything. I take this small little brush and fix the crease. Sorry, my fiance was being weird and spying at me through the door. And you have the ability to go in and just make certain lines a little darker. Go back in with your buffing brush and just push all that color forward so it will look like that. And now the time to get all this white stuff off my face. So you're going to just I use the same brush as I do my foundation. I just push off my face like that. There we go. And then I'm going to use the same brush that I used to fix the line. And I need to find the right color. I think it was Whimsical, was the dark blue. So I'm going to use this color for the liner, just to add just a little bit of color. I'm just going to add it onto my brush. What I start with first is I start with the wing. Take it up like that. But I don't go too dark with it because I am wearing more dark shadow today. And then I'm just gonna bring it in. Like so. Just a little bit more. And then just start off back at the wing. And bring it in which I'm actually going to thicken up this wing just a tad bit. Like that. I'm going to fix this side, making the bottom liner just a little darker, which I do my bottom liner pretty thick, which I know a lot of people don't like doing, but that's just how I've always done it. Figuring that you can clean up anything that you messed up on. That's what my liner looks like. Which, if you guys have any questions whatsoever, I always have my phone on me, so you can message me whenever you have any questions, or if you have any, if you just want me to tune into your guys' live videos, I will be happy to do so, because I'm always looking to get connected with any new people with Younique, or just any new people who just, you know, watch my videos and, you know, want somebody to talk to. Because what I'm going to do with these, the whole point of these videos is for all of us girls to get together, you know, meet new people, you know, we might meet some new friends, and, you know, we'll have, you know, some people to talk about makeup with, because I know talking to guys about makeup is impossible. So, now we are gonna go in with the bronzer, which for this I always use my angled brush because it makes it easier getting it underneath your cheekbones and making it perfect line. So just put it underneath the cheekbones, circular motions to blend, like that. Other side, underneath the cheekbone, starting out near the hairline, bringing it out. Circular motions again. Like that. I don't normally use a whole bunch of bronzer, but today I do a little bit more than usual. I'm gonna take it around my forehead. Again, circular motions. And what this does is it just gives your forehead the illusion that it's smaller. I don't have a gigantic forehead, but I still like it to be smaller. Okay, like that. And now I'm going to go in with the Alamode Cream to Powder Illuminizer, which this is like my ultimate obsession. So it is in a lipstick tube, which I like because you actually get quite a bit of product with it. So what I'm going to do is take this, go on my cheekbone, other side on my cheekbone, do like a little circle, and on my forehead, right here, and actually highlight here and here, and of course down the nose. And now I'm gonna go in again with my angled brush, and all I'm gonna do is just pat and some small circular motions just to blend it in with everything. Like that. I put it on my forehead just to, so you put the dark where naturally all of your shadows would be. So underneath the cheekbones, sides of the nose. You can also put it like under your bottom lip. Also underneath the nose as well. And then highlight anything where you want it to be accentuated. So middle of the forehead, tops of the cheeks, top of the nose, chin, and I also do underneath, so the bottom of my chin. Just to make my face look a little bit smaller. Like that. And now the fun part. Again, like I say every single video, I have become obsessed with this mascara. This mascara is the best thing ever, and it actually nourishes your eyelashes while you use it, which is always benefit because it has vitamin B, C, and E, and CoQ10 in it, so it'll also help promote lash growth as well. So you get 2 little vials. One has the transplanting gel and the other one has the fibers. So I'm gonna grab a little mirror. What I always do is I twirl the brush around in it just to mix it up. And then 1 coat. And I actually learned this trick from my sponsor, Serenity. If you look down, which I didn't believe it when she first said it, but if you look down while you put on mascara, you do not get it on your lids. So just brush it, make sure you coat every single lash. And I always do like the brushing back and forth motion. Okay. Go in with the fibers and brush them on. The only thing that I have noticed with this mascara over the couple days that I have been using it, when you put on the fibers, they do have a tendency to fall in your eye, which, I mean, it's not super uncomfortable because not a whole bunch get in there, but you definitely notice it. But that problem goes away once you do the second coat of the transplanting gel, which I'm going to move forward in just a second so then you guys can see the difference between this eye and my other one. So you can definitely see that there's quite a bit of difference, which you can also put this on your bottom lashes as well, but I don't like them being like super big, so I haven't done that yet. But I'm pretty sure you can. Again, just brushing it. Making sure you coat every single lash. On the side motions, just to make sure that I get all the way down to the roots. Again, now add in the fibers. And then last coat of the transplanting gel just to secure all of those fibers onto your lashes so then they're not falling off onto your face throughout the day. Like that. So again, quite a big difference. And now I'm going to go in with the Moodstruck Epic Mascara just to do my bottom lashes real quick. Again, I don't put a whole bunch on. I just kind of like tap my lashes with it just to add just a little bit of emphasis on the bottoms of my eyes. Like that. And I'm actually going to do a red lipstick, so I'm going to use the Splash liquid lipstick in the color Stubborn. Okay. And if you get this on your skin, wipe it off as fast as you can, because the second it dries, you will never get it off. So, I'm going to dab around, rub my lips together. Like that. Now I'm just gonna go through and touch up anything that I messed up on. So that's what the lipstick looks like. I actually really like it because it doesn't have like the drying feeling that most lipsticks do, which normally I don't wear lipstick, but when I do, it's red. But this has like a really creamy texture, so you feel like it's almost kind of like moisturizing your lips as you use it. And now the last step, the setting spray, which I only do a couple little sprays, and then I add just a little bit more on my cheeks to make sure that everything stays. And this stuff actually has like a really like good smell. It's not chemically, it actually has like a really clean smell. But this is the look for the day. It's pretty dark, but I tend to wear a lot of dark makeup throughout the day. But this look will last all day long until I decide to take it off. Their eyeshadows don't budge as easily as other eyeshadows, so that's always wonderful. So, you know, when you put it on, you're not going to have to reapply it like 3 hours into your day, because no girl has time for that. No one. I don't care who you are, you don't have time. But that is the look for today. I'll probably be on, I might be on later. Just depends on what I have going on. If you guys do want to see more, please comment. I will link my Younique website. So if you guys want to buy anything that you have seen today, I will put that in the comments. We do have our January Kudos deal, which I will be posting about today. And also the new presenters kits have been released which from what I have heard, you have the choice of 2. Which has some amazing products in it, and you definitely get your money's worth, especially since you're only paying $99, and I swear you get over $400 worth of amazing products. So definitely, if you guys are interested in that, just message me and I will give you guys the instructions on how to get started with Younique. I can guarantee you, you will not regret it. But that is it for today, at least for right now. And hopefully I will see you guys later.